Welcome back, Arizona. It's one thing to ride your bike across the neighborhood or the city, but could you ride across a country, a continent? How about two continents? You got to see this video. It's of Christy and Taru riding their tandem bike. Back in 2009, they rode from coast to coast here in the U.S., but now they are going all out. They're in the middle of a 16,000-mile ride from the tip of South America up to northern Alaska. It would certainly be amazing for anyone to do this, but here's what's so inspirational. Both of these riders are considered legally blind, and you're both here from the Valley. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I said, so you guys together, you met 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You better get along, right? Your relationship better be sturdy to do a voyage like this.
It's 24/7, yeah.
It's in tandem, like not just the bike, but everything, and communication has to be really on.
Well, I want to lend some perspective here. You, Christy, are blind in one eye, and you have something called severe, is it myopia?
Right.
In the other.
Right. So I'm extremely nearsighted, and also because that means my retina is really thin, I had a lot of retina detachments, so I have a lot of stuff going on with my eyes. So basically, I see about like 2100 or 2200, something like that, but it's more complicated than that. So.
Wow, I mean, how inspirational. And Taru, your tunnel vision,
right.
And could you demonstrate for the folks who are watching
Sure.
at home exactly how much you see? Because you ride out front.
Right. So I have retinitis pigmentosa, so I pretty much say at arm's length I see about this much of vision. Everything else around there just doesn't exist for me. But what I see in the middle is clear, so when I ride the bike, I just scan around all over the place to make sure that I don't run into a truck or a tree or something.
So this is hereditary,
It's hereditary.
and it's degenerative, so progressively
Right.
it's not getting any better.
Right. So over the next couple of years, for sure in a decade, it'll just get worse and worse and worse. And so they are trying to find a cure for it.
Yeah.
But at the moment, there's just nothing anyone can do.
Wow. Well, you know what I love is that you guys are not letting this get in your way.
Exactly.
And you started this ride, what, 14 months ago?
About that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about some of the hazards along the way.
Well, the first thing we ran into, we started down in the very south of Patagonia, which is famous for its winds. We were riding into about 60-mile-an-hour winds, and unfortunately, we were heading north, which is kind of the wrong direction. So we were going straight into the wind.
Right.
So there were a lot of times we couldn't even get on the bike. That was just not even possible.
And that didn't cause any fights between you?
There wasn't time for that.
I couldn't hear her.
Funny how that works out, right? That's what the men say.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right.
All right, you guys have done all kinds of fun things along the way.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So one of the big things that we like to do is visit schools for the blind and just talk to people about, our story and what we're doing, because it's kind of unusual that two people who can't see are riding a bike together. That doesn't happen very often. And a lot of people think like, oh, you've got this problem, you can't do anything. Or if it's them, they're like, oh, I've lost my vision, I'm going to have to give up riding a bike or whatever it is. And we're like, no, you can do whatever you want, just a little differently.
And also just meeting people, the reception we've had, it's just amazing. They're excited, they're amazed by it. They think we're crazy. They call us Los Locos or something. We're two crazy people. But it's a good feeling because it feels good when people are really receptive, really encouraging.
Oh, it's you got to see the flag that's on the back of their bike. You guys mind pointing this out? You said you bought this in Buenos Aires?
Yeah. This was a gift to us from a bike shop in Buenos Aires, and it's a little weather.
You need to write a book. Hopefully you'll be blogging about this.
Yes, absolutely.
We have a website that we keep our photos, and we make a lot of videos just to kind of encourage people to come back to and enjoy our adventure, really.
Well, speaking of encouragement, you can meet these folks at a place called the Hiking Shack Thursday night. It's at 32nd Street in Thomas. We're going to put all this information up on our hotline. It's right there on your screen. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having us.
You guys are awesome. Smiling together all these years later.
That's
it's a great love
We still have
story.
6,000 miles to go, so hopefully the smiles will continue.
Talk to us in Alaska.
Yeah. We'll be right back, Arizona.